So today we're going to be talking about my CSC110 Fall Quarter 2017 project, and my name is Paul Briones, and here's my presentation. So for this project, I picked pattern B, which is this pattern right here. So basically we have to make this pattern and make a 4x4 of this pattern. And the codes are basically, we have to use turtle, which is a Python feature that let user command it and draw patterns. So that's an example of basically the code for turtle. Here's the window. Here's the turtle, the one that actually makes the pattern. The background color, the title, the color of your turtle, or the pattern that moves around, pen size, how thick the line will be, and how fast your turtle will move. And this tracer right here is basically, that's a function that basically skips the whole movement of the turtle. So this is how it looks like. Once the pattern moves, it'll leave a line right there. Okay, moving on. So the first pattern that I did is basically this. I have to make a small block, a flower-like pattern, and I have to make 3x3 of this small ones. So here's the end pattern of it, the brown and green pattern. Later I will demonstrate how this pattern works and how the turtle makes this pattern actually. Moving on. And for our project as well, we have to make the 4x4 pattern that alternates basically. So this one right here, this pattern right here, this is the first pattern, and then the next one is going to be the same but with different color. So they have to alternate. All those 4x4 patterns must alternate. And here's the second pattern that I picked, or second color of the pattern that I picked is blue and green. Go Hawks. And here's the finished form of the pattern. So basically, here's the first row. So it has to alternate. So here's the first one. Here's the alternate color. And again a color and the alternate color. So I will basically run the code later to show how it works and how the turtle moves around the screen to make those patterns. And here's the second row. So as you can see, the pattern alternates itself. This is just an image for now. There's the third row. And here's the 4x4 pattern, the 4x4 product of the project. And I will post a link. I will link the video over here later on. And let's move on to the project. So step one, so let's comment this tracer out so we can see how the turtle moves around. So here's the pattern. So here's the code for my pattern first. Basically it makes a square, and here's the range that makes the 4 blocks, and then here's the position basically it moves the turtle to make the next pattern, which is um, the brown and green pattern that makes the petal of the pattern. And here's the green and brown pattern. So this is basically the same thing for the next pattern, the next color, the alternate color, which is green and blue. It's same pattern. All I did was basically change the color um, from brown to from brown and green to blue and green, or green and blue, vice versa. And here's the bottom part of the flower that makes the brown pattern, the bottom part. And here's the rest. So let's try and run this. So there you go. That's basically what the turtle does, is make the pattern. So all this function just for that. So it's going to be a long coding. And for step 2, basically this pattern right here. It's not really step 2, but basically that's the finished product once I run it. But first, let's try and remove the tracer. So we can see how the turtle moves. So the blue pattern is basically the same thing. Like I said a while ago, all I did was basically change the color, so it will alternate. There's gotta be a better function out there, or an easy way to do it. Um, but because of lack of time, I have to go basically the long way because I believe it's easier for me. And that's basically the first. I call it the block pattern. And the next one will be green and blue, and it will alternate with this green and brown pattern. So let's close this and check out the third one, step 3. And again, let's comment out the tracer. And let's watch the turtle do the work. So for this one, it will basically make the brown and green pattern together with the blue and green pattern. I do have the function as well to make the pattern move to the next side. And as you can see, there's the blue and green pattern right there, and there's the turtle doing its work for me. And basically this is how they alternate. So after this, the turtle will move above here again where it started, which is right over here. So we'll move right there and start doing this whole pattern again until it makes the fourth one, and then it will move down over here to make the next pattern as well. So let's try and run the full code so we can see how it works. So here's the codes. Here's the pattern, the first pattern, the blue, or the green, or yeah, the green and brown pattern, which is this one right here. And then it makes 4 squares, and then move on to the next position to make the pattern one, which I define it as pattern one that makes half and half green, half brown square that makes the petal kind of shape. So put in long code, and then here's the brown square that basically makes the middle part and some small part as well to fill it with brown color. And then this is basically another def or function that moves the turtle to make the brown turtle or the brown square. And then this is another function to make the turtle move on to the next side of the block or the pattern to make a 4 square. There's a lot of functions over here. This is basically the function for the other color. This one says blue. This is the one that basically makes the color blue. I know there's an easy way to do this, but like I said, I didn't think about it. I just thought about the fastest way for me to basically do it is this one. So let's try and run that. So basically, with the tracer, this is the end product. Turtle will first make this pattern right here, then this one, then this one, and this one, then move down here, and so on. So here's the end product. If we remove the tracer, it will probably take a while. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you.